You guys know I've been critical of Call of Duty within the past couple of months, and out of all the discussion and all of the thought process, I have sat down and boiled down one of the main issues of Call of Duty and how to fix it. And it's not an issue that a lot of people talk about. A lot of people know hacking and SBMM and all these mainstream issues. But one thing that Call of Duty has been missing within the past couple of years is just a simple sit down, casual, easy to understand sit down experience.
This portion of today's video is sponsored by Mech Arena. Mech Arena is a tactical team-based 5v5 shooter that hits with the perfect balance of casual pick up and play fun with skill-based competitive play. If you want to jump in, blow mechs up, and grind with your friends, you can absolutely do so. Or if you just want to play for 5 minutes here and there, you're going to love this game. In this game, there's tons of awesome mechs that can suit your playstyle. There's so many unique abilities that mechs have with a variety of playstyles and weapons. And there's thousands of ways to customize your mechs, regardless of if that's the skins that you can apply or different weapon combinations. And there's lots of modes in this game as well. There's control point capture 5v5 and 2v2 team deathmatch, tournaments, and more. You can jump in, play solo, play with your friends. There's casual playlists, there's ranked playlists, and there's also custom games. And the best part is the game's going to be super active with regular special events, in-game competitions, and tournaments with new mechs, weapons, and game modes released every single month. Mech Arena is gearing up for its official worldwide release in August. But if you live in the United States, United Kingdom, or Canada, and a few other countries, you can actually play early in July. The game is completely free to play on Android and iOS. And if you use my QR code on screen or the link in the description and the pinned comment down below, you can boost your account and get 1 mil-spec skin, 500 A coins, 70,000 credits, and a head start before everyone else for the worldwide release in August. Don't miss out. And once again, thank you for Mech Arena for sponsoring this part of today's video.
One of the reasons Call of Duty became so popular, especially back in the early 2010s and late 2000s, is because anyone that knew like the fundamentals of how a controller worked could pick up a controller and play Call of Duty regardless of their skill level. Even if they sucked at the game and could get like 5 kills a game, it was easy to sit down and understand the experience. And a lot of the times, that's what made people enjoy Call of Duty, was how easy it was to just buy the game, grab a controller, and play the game regardless of what was going on. It was easy to understand. The basics were simple, but there was also these cool things to understand and learn about the game the more that you improved your skill. At the beginning, it was just like aim and shoot, and then you slowly started to learn about perks and equipment and score streaks, and then you started to learn about maps and different play styles and different ways to play the game and ways to challenge yourself. But it all started from that fundamental just run around, aim, and shoot. And the best part is how casual the games were back then. But it really wasn't an issue of the games being casual, it was how they were developed. If you look at Call of Duties that have been released in the past couple of years, the basis of the game is still point and shoot, but there is such a less emphasis on that, especially with the introduction of skill-based matchmaking within Call of Duty. Call of Duty, at its core, has always been this basic arcade fun shooter where you get a bunch of action in a short amount of time, and it's very exciting to play. And it's super easy to understand as well. If you think of games like CSGO versus Call of Duty by far is the easier game to pick up and play, just because CSGO is more intricate and takes more skill to play. You have to control recoil more, you have to know the maps more and know how the game plays more to be able to succeed in that game. Call of Duty, you quite literally just have to aim and shoot because there's no crazy recoil patterns on a lot of the guns, and regardless of what's going on, a lot of the guns are strong enough to just be able to point and shoot, so even the worst at the game can succeed. But if you look at how Call of Duty's been developed the past couple of years, there's been so much less development focus on making the game a casual experience. For a huge example, I'm going to use zombies. Zombies in World at War and Black Ops 1 and even Black Ops 2 has just been, you're thrown into a map, you have to survive for as long as possible and kill as many zombies as possible without dying. But later on, within Black Ops 3 and 4, and even games like World War II, it became so story and gameplay focused, where to be good at those games and to have success and have fun, you already had to be previously good at zombies to be able to enjoy them to their full extent, while back in the day, you just had to be able to survive and run around and point and shoot, and you could experience all that zombies had to offer and all the intricacies that were there. But the later zombies progressed, the more difficult it got for casual and new players. Of course, for players who have been playing since Black Ops 1 and World at War like I have within zombies, going into those games, it was so easy to understand because we already knew the basics and we could go through the story pretty easily. But a lot of people that were new players did not like the game because they weren't very new player friendly. They focused on that hardcore player base, and that's kind of where Call of Duty multiplayer has been going within the past couple of years. And I honestly didn't even know this or even notice this till the other day. With the introduction of skill-based matchmaking, there is so much more focus on competitive play in the game and less focus on the casual play that new players aren't enjoying the games. And one thing that I've realized is the reason that I like Cold War as much as I do is because if you are a veteran Call of Duty player and have that base fundamental knowledge, it's an easy game for you. But for those new players who have been new to Call of Duty, probably even since like Black Ops 3, I would say, if you've played from Black Ops 3 on and you haven't played anything previously, the game doesn't cater to you that well. The game caters with the SBMM for those players who have been playing for almost a decade, which is good for us, but bad for the majority of players because the majority of players haven't been playing that long. And it makes the experience of Cold War hard to enjoy for the average player and even for new players. Same thing with Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare is really enjoyable if you have a lot of Call of Duty experience under your belt. It's gonna be like it just with every Call of Duty in general, it's gonna be hard to pick up a game and get used to it. But especially with everything since I would say Black Ops 4 on, it's been a lot harder to pick up and understand. One thing that Black Ops 4 did wrong in their multiplayer was the self-healing system. The reason Call of Duty is so simple and so easy to pick up and understand is because you didn't have to worry about regenning your health when you got into a gunfight. You just did it automatically because you auto-healed. That's just how the mechanic of the game worked. Come Black Ops 4, you now have to focus on healing yourself. Of course, if you're playing hardcore, it's a little bit of a different story, but if you're playing core game modes, you now have more health than ever in Call of Duty, and you now have to manage your health yourself. So for new players that Black Ops 4 was their first Call of Duty, it was going to take that player a longer time to get used to how the game worked. You have to not only focus on your gun skill, but now you have to focus on other things right off the bat. And one of the best things about Call of Duty, and especially back in the day, was you just had to focus on your gun. And that is one of the biggest, most crucial parts of Call of Duty is the focus on the gun. The second you bring the focus away from the gunfight, whether that's advanced movement or different healing system or healing mechanics, that's when Call of Duty starts to get more controversial and less people start to like it. A lot of people did like the advanced mechanics of Advanced Warfare and Infinite Warfare and Black Ops 3. Odds are, a lot of those players have had some experience in other FPS games or other Call of Duties where the time that those advanced movement games come around, they already know the gunplay and the basics of the game, so they can focus on those other advanced things of the games. And I think those advanced movement Call of Duties have a place and they deserve to be recognized as a Call of Duty game, and they have their own place. But for how Call of Duty has been recently, there needs to be more focus on the generic base of the game. And one thing that Modern Warfare 2019 did was the gunplay, and they did it so well. The way that the guns felt in your hand made them feel like, this sounds really stupid because obviously it's nowhere close to how real guns feel, but for a video game, your guns felt like they made a punch and they made an impact when you shot them, and the way that they sounded and the way that they moved and the way that they functioned was absolutely perfect. And if Modern Warfare 2019 didn't have skill-based matchmaking and had a classic Call of Duty loadout to the way that the maps played, Modern Warfare 2019 would be one of the best Call of Duties of all time, because at the base of the game, they focused so much on the gunplay and the most important parts of Call of Duty itself, which is why Modern Warfare is liked by so many people, because it's the first Call of Duty we've seen in a long time that focuses on the gunplay and the gunfights first. Cold War doesn't really focus on the gunfights first. It more focuses on map positioning and skill-based matchmaking first. And that's an issue with Cold War and Modern Warfare together, is the skill-based matchmaking makes Call of Duty more of a competitive experience than more of a point-and-shoot experience. Put it this way, you're a brand new player, and Modern Warfare 2019 or Cold War, pick your poison, that is your first Call of Duty experience ever. You've never played an FPS shooter before, and this is your first one. You're thrown into multiplayer, and skill-based matchmaking will put you against only players around your same skill level. So you're basically running around against a bunch of players who either aren't good at the game or have bare minimal experience with the game. And what this does is, sure, the game might seem easy to these players at the beginning, but they're not gonna find any enjoyment to this. And this sounds really weird, but it's true. A lot of Call of Duty players who played way back in the day, COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 2, you name it, like the OG CODs, a lot of people became good because when they were bad players, they would see and witness good players and what they did, and they would learn off of those good players. What a lot of people have to do now is, if they want to learn how to get good at the game, is they resort to YouTube and the internet, and they'll watch tutorials on how to be good and how to bunny hop and how to slide cancel and do all these things, because the game doesn't really give you opportunities to learn that for yourself anymore. Within the base of skill-based matchmaking, you will never play players way above your skill level, so you will never experience or even witness how they play in your own game. You will have to go to YouTube or watch Twitch or consume some form of media to be able to understand how those players play. You will never naturally get that experience yourself. That's just how SBMM works. In theory, SBMM is good. I've made that video before, but in practice, it just isn't that good. And I think all these factors lead to why Call of Duty has so many issues these days. And even though Call of Duty has issues, I still love the game, and I still have so much fun playing it, whether that's Modern Warfare 2019, Cold War, Black Ops 4, Black Ops 2. I've pretty much been the stereotypical COD fanboy, where I have found lots of enjoyment in every Call of Duty title, regardless of how well it's received by the community. And I think if Call of Duty focused a little bit more on the basics of the game, just like Modern Warfare 2019 did, but you don't add things to ruin the experience, like a skill-based matchmaking, you have such a good game. And this is why I say Call of Duty could be so much better than it is. It just needs to focus on the basics of the game. It needs to do good fundamentals, and then from those fundamentals that do work and that have been proven to work time and time again, look at how successful the OG Call of Duties have been. If you focused on what made them good, brought that into the new games, and then built upon and innovated off of those base ideas and those things that work, you have an incredible game, which is what I want to see within the future of Call of Duty, and that's what I'm hoping for. I know skill-based matchmaking is pretty much here to stay. I just hope they figure out a way to integrate it into a game properly, so that you have a proper casual experience and the game is easy to pick up and play for everyone. Cold War, not the easiest of games to pick up and play. I've seen so many people that have just picked up the game, played it, and skill-based matchmaking throws them into a lobby where they get punished for doing well. And even though Cold War at its core, and even Modern Warfare at its core, even though they're two games that are easy to pick up and play, the fact that skill-based matchmaking punishes you for doing good, that drives players away, and that makes players enjoy the game less. And that's really what skill-based matchmaking does in a casual sense. If you do good in a casual lobby, it pushes you against harder players, as it should, but only in a competitive setting. In the League Play playlist, SBMM, quote unquote, punishing you for being good, forcing you to play against stronger and better players, makes sense in a League Play ranked system, not in casual. And realistically, all it comes from is the base of not focusing on what made Call of Duty so good and so popular to begin with it being an easy to pick up and play game. Let me know what you guys think about my discussion. Leave a like if you guys did enjoy, dislike if you didn't. Let me know what you guys agreed and disagreed with. Do you guys see it differently? Do you guys agree with me? Or is there something that no one has talked about that you believe that is a huge factor to Call of Duty? Subscribe for more videos in the future. Social media links in the description down below. I'm about to head out, and if there is one, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.